Let's go to Burning Man, bitch. I am so motherfucking excited to be making this video. As you can see, the background has been updated to accommodate Burning Man and Camp LSD. Burning Man has changed my life in so many beautiful ways. I wouldn't be where I am today as an individual and as a camp founder. Burning Man has brought in so many beautiful people into my life. And without this festival or event, whatever you want to call it, my platforms wouldn't be what they are, and I wouldn't be here today creating Burning Man content. And bitch, I am so motherfucking gagged because my backdrop is such an iconic moment for myself, because this is the first camp banner for my very first theme camp, Camp LSD, for Burning Man 2025. And I cannot wait to bring back Camp LSD for the second year in a row. Now that we got the excitement out of the way, let's get into the video. You may be wondering, Isaac, what canopies or shade structures do you recommend? And that is a very good question. In today's video, we are going to discuss what canopies and shade structures I recommend for your very first burn. To kick us off, let's start with the negative. What shade structures do I not recommend? I do not recommend slanted shade structures. Take Ozark Trail from Walmart, for example. Slanted lay canopies are not sturdy at all. They are very flimsy. A lot of people gravitate towards slanted lay canopies because they are very cheap and affordable. You can find a slanted lay canopy for under $60. And that's why they're very cheap. On top of being flimsy and inexpensive, the floor part only gives you 100 square feet. Because the legs are slanted, it feels like you are very, very cramped. And I don't think that you want to be at Burning Man feeling cramped. Walmart also does have the 10x10 straight leg instant canopy for over $100. And to be honest with you, these fucking straight leg Ozark canopies come in clutch. I've taken them to the burn these last 3 years and I've never had an issue. The only time I had an issue with a straight leg canopy from Walmart was last year for Camp LSD. During severe weather, the canopies were shaking and campmates became very stressed out and they were worried that the canopies would blow away. But to be honest with you, I am a Burning Man professional, bitch, let me motherfucking tell you. And those canopies were extremely secured. Next thing you know, one of the canopies broke. It broke because some of the campmates were pulling on the canopy structure, forcing the canopy to snap in half. And bitch, I was so fucking upset because these canopies are not cheap. And I spent my personal money to invest in Camp LSD just to have one of the canopies be destroyed. And even though I was really stressed out from having one of the canopies be broken, I immediately had to think on how to reinvent the camp area. Besides that, I do recommend the Ozark Trail straight leg canopies from Walmart. In case one of your canopies was to break, I do recommend purchasing the insurance that Walmart has to offer. You might spend more money in the long run per canopy with insurance. However, if one canopy was to break during severe weather, you can easily go back to Walmart and get it replaced or repaired. To maximize space, I do recommend purchasing multiple straight leg canopies, and you can connect them back to back to create a larger living space. For example, instead of having a 10x10 living space, now you can connect two canopies back to back and you can have a 10x20 living space, or you can have a 10x30 living space. Trust me, bitch, I've been to Burning Man enough times to know what to do. This year, Camp LSD will be utilizing straight leg canopies from a brand called Crown Shades. Crown Shade instant canopies are a big investment. You can buy them brand new on Amazon for over $140 each canopy. You may be wondering why I'm not using the Ozark instant canopy straight legs from Walmart, and that is a very good question. I wanted to try something new. I learned a lot from hosting my very first theme camp, and this time around, I want things to be better. When you purchase Ozark Trail canopies, the fabric is white. And during the daytime, the sun does beam through the white fabric. And to further prevent sun exposure, Camp LSD will be utilizing crown shade canopies with a black top. We will also be utilizing 3 crown shade canopies which will be connected back to back to create a living space of 10 by 30 feet. I did utilize Google AI's overview to compare crown shade canopies and Ozark Trail canopies, and this is what Google had to say. When comparing crown shade canopies and Ozark Trail canopies, the choice comes down to prioritizing durability and wind resistant versus unbeatable budget value. Crown shades is the better option if you want a sturdy, long-lasting structure for festivals, backyard parties, or frequent camping. Ozark Trail is the better pick for a low-cost, occasional use shelter that gets the job done without a massive upfront investment. So bitch, yes, I'm going to invest in crown shade canopies. Bitch, sign me the fuck up. Another instant canopy I do recommend are the canopies from Uline. I did have a campmate who used a Uline instant canopy for his first burn, and bitch, let me motherfucking tell you, that bitch was fucking secure and sturdy as fuck. Like, the quality of the structure was amazing, and they also come with an amazing price. They average over $500 for the 10 by 20 canopy. Even the 10 by 10 Uline instant canopy is over $250. Like, bitch, that is a lot of money just for one instant canopy. If you have the money to fork up, I totally recommend purchasing the instant canopies from Uline. When purchasing instant canopies from Uline, you do have different structures to choose from. The first structure is steel frame. The steel frame is temporary shade for tailgating and picnics. They also have aluminum frame. The aluminum frame is lighter and stronger than steel for company events and street fairs. With that said, I do recommend purchasing the aluminum steel frame from Uline. Uline also offers event tents, but bitch, let me motherfucking tell you, the prices for these event tents are fucking expensive. You can buy a 20 by 20 event tent for over $4,000. You can also purchase a 20 by 40 event tent for over $6,000. And bitch, that is a lot of fucking money. Burning Man is already very expensive, so imagine having to purchase a $4,000 to $6,000 event tent. Bitch, that is absurd. Another Burning Man favorite used by many burners at the festival is the Costco car canopy. Costco canopies have a steel frame and are 10 by 20 feet long. And the price is only $200. Like, bitch, that is such a fucking steal. On top of a great steal, Costco has an amazing return and exchange policy. I'm just fucking saying, bitch. And did I mention these carports are fully enclosed? They literally have the rooftop and the sidewalls. Like, bitch, for $200, sign me the fuck up. If you are going to utilize a carport for Burning Man, I do recommend pre-building the carport at home prior to the burn. That way you know how to build the structure and where things go. The last thing you would want is to be at Burning Man during a hot fucking day and trying to figure out how to assemble this carport. Save yourself some time and hassle and pre-build the carport prior to going to Burning Man. Harbor Freights does offer a 10 by 20 carport for only $160. I did do a bit of research on this carport, and it seems like the carport is very flimsy. I would probably not recommend purchasing a Harbor Freight carport only because I've never used it myself, and if you've shopped at Harbor Freights before, you know that everything is very affordable, and it's affordable for a reason. The last thing you want is to spend $160 on a flimsy carport, take it to Burning Man, and have it be destroyed within a few days. And lastly, you can build your very own shade structure at Burning Man. As you can see here, these burners are building a shade structure from scratch. And here is how the finished product looks like. I am not an expert on building shade structures, but I can give you the tools and the recommendations so that you can do your research and build your very own shade structure. First off, you will need a footpad fitting tent canopy connector. You will also need low peak side fitting tent canopy connectors. Lastly, you will need EMT pipes, which you can find at Home Depot's website for about $20 to $45 a pop. Like I said before, I am not familiar with building your own shade structure, but I can guide you in the right direction. Now that you have all of the tools that you need, you are going to build the top portion of your shade structure first. Now that you have the top portion of your shade structure fully built, you are going to use bungee cords, tarp, or aluminate to cover the top of your structure. Personally, I do recommend using aluminates. I'm not gonna get into aluminates because that's gonna be for the next video. Once you have the top portion of your structure fully built and you have the tarp or aluminate fully secured using bungee cords, you're going to use your EMT pipes to lift the ceilings. Once you have your EMT pipes fully secured and the ceilings are fully lifted, you are going to utilize the footpad fitting to the bottom of the EMT pipes to give them a strong base. I hope you guys found this video very useful. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or recommendations, leave a comment. Thank you for watching, and I will see you at the burn.